Chapter 1: The Foundation of Wisdom and Leadership. Introducing Cornelius Vanderbilt. Cornelius Vanderbilt began as a young man who owned a small steamboat trading in the Pittsburgh and New York markets. Early on, he learned that wisdom does not come from loud speeches, but from quiet decisions. He once reflected, "The most valuable thing to own is a clear head and the discipline to use it for good." This simple truth guides every choice he made. Principles of early wisdom. The core of Vanderbilt's wisdom rests on 4 simple principles. First, focus. He never spread himself over many projects. He devoted himself to one venture at a time until it surpassed its rivals. Second, cost control. He examined every dollar spent and cut inefficiencies with the precision of a surgeon. Third, reputation. He understood that a reliable name earns loyal customers, so he treated each passenger as a promise. Fourth, long-term vision. He made decisions that may have hurt short-term profits but rewarded him in the future. These principles, though rooted in a 19th century market, remain true for any era. Motivational lesson for today. If you want to lead with wisdom, start by concentrating your efforts. Choose one major goal, eliminate distractions, and invest the time needed to master it. Like Vanderbilt, track your expenses and reduce waste, even if it means cutting a comforting luxury. Build a reputation by delivering what you promise and by treating others with respect. Finally, think many years ahead. The choices you make today can shape your legacy for generations. Practical example. Imagine you run a small startup. Apply the focus principle by limiting your product line to one flagship item. Use the cost control rule by auditing every expense and refusing anything that does not add value. Nurture your brand by delivering each product on time and responding to customer feedback personally. And set a 5-year financial plan that balances immediate profits with future growth. You will see, just as Vanderbilt did, that wisdom in leadership yields lasting success. Conclusion and key takeaways. Wisdom and leadership are simple, not exotic. They are practice and intention. Choose focus, control cost, protect reputation, and plan long-term. These habits will transform your personal growth and career. If you appreciate the power of these lessons, like, share, and subscribe for more wisdom and leadership. Reflective question. How will you adjust your current priorities to align with the 4 principles of focus, cost control, reputation, and long-term vision? Chapter 2: Crafting a Strategy for Wisdom. The power of strategic thinking. Cornelius Vanderbilt was known for crafting strategies that no competitor could anticipate. He once noted that a leader must act like a chess player, considering every potential move before executing. In that age of steam and rail, his strategy was to acquire rival ships and railroads, integrate them, and then slash prices so customers chose him for his convenience instead of his price alone. The lesson is clear. Strategy is the bridge between ambition and achievement. Core principles of strategy. The second set of core principles derived from Vanderbilt's life are: 1. Relentless learning. He studied competitors, markets, and technology. 2. Controlled expansion. He chose a handful of markets to dominate before expanding. 3. Decisive action. When a decision was made, he implemented it quickly and efficiently. 4. Risk management. He measured the upside versus the downside and moved only when the scales tipped favorably. These 4 ideas form a blueprint for any modern leader. Motivational insight. For you, the path to wisdom starts with a plan. Invest time each week to research your industry, read reports, and notice patterns. Choose a single niche to master. Once you dominate it, you can move outward. When you finalize a decision, give it priority over the endless list of maybe projects. Analyze risks not as deterrents but as checkpoints. Concrete example. Suppose you manage a digital marketing agency. Apply the learning principle by studying top competitors, subscribing to industry data, and attending webinars. Use controlled expansion by focusing first on one industry, such as healthcare, and becoming the leading provider there. Once you secure the majority share, you can branch into related industries. When you decide to launch a new service, make the commitment within 48 hours, else waste the momentum. Assess the risk. If clients already rely on your existing services, the new one poses low risk. If the market is volatile, postpone or refine the offer. Conclusion and key takeaways. Strategy is the blueprint of wisdom. learn relentlessly, expand judiciously, act decisively, and respect risk. Applying these habits turns ideas into tangible results. If you resonate with this strategic mindset, like, share, and subscribe for more wisdom and leadership. Reflective question: what strategic steps can you take this week to refine your focus and deepen your industry knowledge? Chapter 3: Executing the Vision with Boldness. The courage of commitment. Execution was where Vanderbilt's leadership shone brightest. He famously paid his debt to one competing railroad to acquire the entire company, then consolidated routes and reduced fares to level the playing field. His words, later echoed, were that a leader must own the risks of his choices. This boldness allowed him to set standards that others merely imitated. Key execution principles. Executing with wisdom involves 1. Responsibility, owning the outcome, good or bad. 2. Persistence, continuing the effort when others falter. 3. Resilience, learning from failures and adjusting. 4. Integrity, keeping promises, even when profit is at stake. These core principles are foundational to today's leaders. Motivation for action. To lead, you must first commit fully to your decisions. As Vanderbilt showed, you cannot half-heartedly attempt to improve a system. You must adopt it, own it, and transform it. When setbacks arise, see them as opportunities to refine. Remain trustworthy by delivering on your commitments, and people will follow. Practical application. Imagine you oversee a product launch. Assume full responsibility for its success. Create a timeline, allocate resources, and monitor progress daily. If a problem emerges, say a supplier delay, do not blame. Instead, brainstorm alternatives and act swiftly. Keep your team informed and true to promised outcomes. This approach builds credibility and drives collective determination. Conclusion and key takeaways. Wisdom in leadership demands full responsibility, relentless persistence, learning resilience, and unwavering integrity. A bold commitment can transform an organization's trajectory. If you feel the urge to push forward, like, share, and subscribe, and let the wisdom guide your next move. Reflective question. When faced with a major decision today, how will you ensure you own the outcome and act with integrity? Chapter 4: Cultivating Growth Through Wisdom. The lifelong learner. Vanderbilt's final legacy was not only wealth, but a culture of continuous improvement. He believed that the most valuable asset of any leader was a mindset that sought better solutions every day. He once mused that only the diligent could keep pace with change, for ignorance leads to ruin. This mindset remains essential for personal growth. Principles of growth. The growth mindset includes: 1. Curiosity, always ask how and why. 2. Adaptability, modify methods when context shifts. 3. Mentorship, share knowledge and learn from others. 4. Measurement, evaluate outcomes against clear metrics. When these 4 pillars are present, growth becomes inevitable. Motivational lesson. Embrace curiosity in your daily work. Ask questions like, why does this process fail? And what if we do it differently? Then experiment with small pilot projects. Be ready to shift resources if new data points to a better path. Support and be supported by mentors. They provide perspective and wisdom. Track progress with concrete metrics so that improvement is observable. Practical example. You might work in a software development team. Encourage curiosity by organizing bug hunt sessions that focus on root causes. Adapt by revising the development cycle when market demands rise or fall. Mentor junior developers and learn from their fresh ideas. Gauge success via key performance indicators such as lead time and defect rate. Continuous improvement will manifest as faster releases and higher quality. Conclusion and key takeaways. To grow, a leader must remain curious, flexible, collaborative, and data-driven. Those who embody these traits turn everyday work into a path of mastery. If you want to keep moving forward, like, share, and subscribe for more wisdom and leadership. Reflective question. What one area of curiosity can you explore today that might unlock new growth for you or your organization? Chapter 5: Your Onward Path to Wisdom. The journey onward. Cornelius Vanderbilt taught that wisdom is a practice, not a destination. His life reminds us that the measure of a leader is how they adapt, persevere, and elevate others over time. The lessons he left, Focus, strategy, execution, growth are the compass for anyone seeking lasting success. Roadmap for future growth. Moving forward, apply these steps. 1. Set a clear long-term vision that aligns with your values. 2. Write a strategic plan that incorporates learning and risk assessment. 3. Commit fully to your decisions and hold yourself accountable. 4. Nurture a growth mindset and foster community. Repeat this cycle, and you will see wisdom surface naturally. Motivational insight. Everyday actions shape future achievement. When you face hesitation, remember Vanderbilt's determination to overtake competitors by cutting costs and mastering routes. When you feel uncertain, rely on the 4 pillars of focus, strategy, execution, and growth to steady your course. You possess the tools. The next step is to apply them consistently. Conclusion and key takeaways. Wisdom and leadership are intertwined, and the path to mastery lies in discipline, vision, responsibility, and curiosity. By embracing these principles, you transform challenges into opportunities and yourself into a leader who inspires. Thank you for joining this journey. If you found these insights useful, share and subscribe for more wisdom and leadership. Reflective question. What immediate action will you take to align your next week's work with these core principles of wisdom and leadership?